Okay, it's 5 a.m. Let's go. Streets are empty right now, but they'll fill up really soon once people start commuting to work. So we're heading south today. I'm going past Carrick-on-Shannon entirely. I'm heading to a small town called Castlerea because there's a castle just outside Castlerea that I want to visit. It looked interesting on the map and it's on my route, so what the hell, why not? Now you can see the morning fog up ahead, the dew, I think it's called dew, over the fields. It shouldn't cause me any issues though, as long as I stay cautious. It's my first time driving in foggy conditions actually. I don't usually drive out this early, and fog during the day is not a common occurrence in Dublin. Visor's fogging up a bit, it's condensation on the inside. It's actually not so bad driving at this hour in the morning, I have to say, with the roads being this empty. So my objective on day 5 is to make up for lost time. I lost a lot of time on the first couple of days, to be perfectly honest, due to being sick, due to the puncture. I want to push it a bit and stay on the road a bit longer and see how far I can go. My mirrors are fogging up something serious. Yeah, I can't see what's behind me. Come on, cleany, cleany, cleany. Cleany, cleany, cleany. Here we go. Okay, I'm in Carrick-on-Shannon. At least I think I'm in Carrick-on-Shannon. Sun's rising behind me. There's the River Shannon. That's the dock I was at yesterday. Alright, and we're leaving Carrick-on-Shannon just as quickly as we entered it. So yeah, I was pretty gutted last night when I was trying to check my audio footage on the road and it didn't record. I was completely gutted. So I think the video for the Folk Museum is going to be a little different. It's a learning experience. I knew that transmitter was not good, but I tested it and it was fine, and I was surprised. And then I tested it again after I realized that the recordings didn't happen, and it still was recording small bits of footage, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I think I've just given up on road entirely. I think now, given my experience with this trip, I think I'm going to ditch the third-party audio entirely. And I think, given the fact that I'm using GoPros and I have a GoPro mounted on my helmet, which I've gotten used to now at this point, I think I'm going to go with the media mod to attach to this, which will allow me to plug in a microphone so the sound will be going directly through the GoPro itself, which I think is probably better. Okay, we're 36 kilometers from our destination. Thatch pub. As in an old school thatch house, I'm assuming? Oh, that's cool. Donkeys! I love donkeys! I haven't seen a donkey all trip. Oh, look at that pub. That's a cool pub. I have not seen a donkey this entire trip. I'm so happy. This is a cool road. I like this road. I'd say I wouldn't like it as much if it was full of traffic like during the day. But in the morning, it's pretty good. Motherfucker. I'm giving it to him. Fuck that. That was fucking dangerous. Fucking A. Do you know what the stupidest part is of that? He did it over a solid white line, which is illegal. One. But second, I was going the fucking speed limit. These truckers are just so impatient. So I just stopped for a few minutes in order to get the GoPro footage sorted out. I should have enough space on my laptop to be able to accommodate some of the files that are already there. There's a couple of sites here actually I want to visit while I'm here though, because I'm just passing through a small town called Tulsk. But there's a couple of ruins actually nearby that I actually want to have a look at. One's in a graveyard, and I'm fairly certain that's another one, because it looks like a cairn. Is it closed? I'm not sure there. Just walking in. Just walking around for a bit. Looks like a mausoleum at the side of it. It also doubles as a graveyard. 15th century, Tulsk was part of the demesne of the Ocon Row. The Dominicans founded a priory in 1448 opposite the O'Connor residence at Tulsk Fort, which is this. I'll have a look at the mausoleum in a second. But some of these graves only date back to the 50s, which is interesting. And the mausoleum sealed off, of course. I don't think it's in use though, because it's completely ingrown. I think I'm about 15 kilometers away from the destination I was going to in the first place. We have a castle to see. I can't see past this frickin' chef. Look at those fields. Those are beautiful. That is pretty. It reminds me of the Windows XP wallpaper. Yeah, so like any country, when commuter hours start, which is 7 o'clock onwards, the roads will get pretty busy. Then after 9:30, the roads will settle down. So I think I will go see the castle I wanted to see, then find somewhere for some breakfast, and I'm praying that I'll be able to find somewhere to actually sit and actually have breakfast and a cup of tea, and then wait for all the commuter stuff to end. Then I'll proceed on my way. Oh, babies. Babies. Oh, 4 arrows means very, very sharp. Oh, it's not that sharp actually. Well, it would have been actually. It's a very short but sharp one, yeah. So if you're going full speed, you're not going to survive. What's that? I'm just not sure what it is, so I'm just gonna, yeah. I didn't know what it was. And neither did the driver, to be honest. I was starting to think it might have been an alarm or something, but it's a bag. It always unnerves me when I pass by a memorial site in the middle of a road. It just tells me somebody died here. It's a wake-up call as well to be safe on these roads. You know, just thinking, I haven't seen many motorcyclists on the roads, and I think the reason for that is motorcyclists, as I said before I went on this trip, they'd usually take a particular route when it comes to travel around Ireland, which is the Atlantic Way, which is mostly along the coast of Ireland, but I'm doing an inner ring, so it's a bit different, which is why I don't see many travellers like myself. I think I see the castle in question. Ballintober is just ahead. I think they might be open, although I think they might just be a small enough town that they can just leave their stuff out like that. Old school pumps as well, that's really cool. Always been a fan of old school pumps. I wonder, does this thing actually even work? I doubt it. It's very old though, look. It's really cool. Yeah, there it is. Ballintober Castle. So castles like this are leftovers from the old kingdoms of Ireland. So there were a lot of different kingdoms in Ireland before the general rule of what ended up being like 400 years ago came into play. Ballintober is a neat, attractive village. It is neat. The striking features and well worth a visit is Ballintober Castle, one of Ireland's greats which overlooks the town. It was built by the O'Connors of Connacht in 1300 and was their chief seat after the Anglo-Norman invasion until the beginning of the 18th century. Yeah, so this is when the kingdoms of Ireland essentially changed after the Anglos and the Normans invaded the south of Ireland. I'm fairly certain it's locked, is it? No, it's not. Or is it? It is locked, yeah. Is it? Or is it just... No. Okay, it's not. Okay. I can go in. Wow. It's actually bigger than it looks because the walls extend all the way around there. So this we're inside the castle itself. So these are the castle walls. This is the castle tower. You can see the old staircase going up and up the tower there. It was a rather big castle. I mean, to be called a castle, it would have to be pretty big. But yeah, it extends all the way around to where all the trees are. That's where the walls are. It looks like there was actually some... Oh, there was, look. Excavations. So it looks like they're excavating the... This might be the foundations of a building that they're excavating. Cool. I think this is actually the entrance to the castle, do you know that? That was more of a back entrance. But this is the main entrance to the castle itself, so this is probably what they're excavating. This is probably the pathway. But yeah, you can see they're excavating it a lot, and they've got the sieves set up to go through anything that they dig up for any artifacts, pieces of pottery, anything like that. And then the rest just gets dumped here, so they're sifting through it for any artifacts more than likely. But there's no signage aside from the sign outside, so I assume that this place is under restoration at the moment. So after they finish the archaeological dig, that they'll probably set up signs for educational purposes and other things like that. Yeah, so whoever's working on the property left all their tools in here. So I assume it's a daily thing that they're doing. Kneeling pads. Yeah, that's all their equipment in here. Oh wow. Look at that. Isn't it just cool? Oh wow. Whenever I stand in a place like this, I just can't help but think, what were the people who were here long before me doing? Standing here, looking out these small windows at possible invaders, bow and arrow in hand, pew pew, outside to try and hit whoever they were trying to hit. That's really cool. I mean, we have castles in Dublin. We have a lot of castles in Dublin, rather. But they're all pretty much fully restored and in an amazing, immaculate condition. This one has seen better days, of course. But still, you get to see it up close and personal. Okay. I know where I'm going next. I'm heading to the town of Roscommon. There's also another castle there, but if I'm going to find any place to eat, it's probably going to be there. Roscommon is about 17 kilometers from here, so it's probably taking me about half an hour to get there. I'm mainly going there because I want to have breakfast, and I think a main town for the county of Roscommon might be the best place in order to get some breakfast. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Now that's a view. Same fuel prices for Texaco. I should have went to, I've never actually gone to a Texaco before. So maybe I should have done that. Maybe next time. There's two Sentras. What? I'm assuming they're the same, right? There's fucking two of them. The hell? Welcome to Roscommon. So I'm at Roscommon Castle right now, which you can see right over there. It's pretty impressive now, I gotta say. I'd say it was actually gigantic when it was originally built. Roscommon Castle consists of a quadrilateral enclosure with a D-shaped tower at each of its four corners. So tower, 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 yeah. It is regarded by the scholars as one of the finest Anglo-Norman castles, so it was built Anglo-Norman, period, okay. A rich monastery, a well-endowed Dominican friary, and a lay settlement existed at Roscommon prior to the construction of the castle. The importance of the centre on a local and provincial level was the main reason Roscommon was chosen, but was to become one of the most important royal castles in Ireland during the late 13th and early 14th centuries. Yeah, if you think about it, we're actually, right now we're pretty close to the centre of the Republic of Ireland, or the entire island in general. So this would have been a central point of power, wouldn't it? This is going to sound stupid, but the first thing I thought about was Winterfell. Because Winterfell kind of looked like this with four towers at either side. Unfortunately everything's locked up, but I'm assuming this was part of the window. Or there was probably columns in here. It's in very good condition. Take a look at that. Like, that looks like it was built after the fact, using materials from the actual castle itself, but built to ancient standards, but just to cover the gap, I assume, to enclose the rest of it, because you can tell it's just like the cement is, it's using cement. That's it, it's using cement, I have to say, impressive. I can see those rain clouds coming. Beautiful place. Right, I've one more stop I think in Roscommon, then I think I'm going to go to the library and then we'll take it from there. Thinking though, imagine being a kid growing up in Roscommon and you're able to play in that. I mean, frankly, that would have been a dream for me to be able to play inside a castle ruin, because I always tried to find the old ruins of places to play in.